Welcome to badzoe.com tutorials. Today we are going to do a tutorial on how to set up an email account inside of Microsoft Outlook 2007. If you have an older version, you can still watch this tutorial. Everything's going to be pretty similar. The buttons and options might be in different places, but it's all the same info. You do it the same no matter what version you have. They just have different areas that you do everything in. So let's get started right here. Load up Outlook Express. Once you get that loaded up, click on Tools, Account Settings, and then click on New, which is located in the top left corner right there. And then Microsoft Exchange, POP, IMAP, or HTTP, that's the one we want. We click on Next. Your name, we're badzoe, so we'll type in badzoe. Email account, email address, whatever one you're trying to set up, the password, and then we want to manually configure. We're typing in all the info because later it's going to populate it in another field, so we don't have to retype it all out. Or you could just manually configure and push next and it'll still do the same thing, but either way you have to type it. See, everything we typed on the other page is right here except the password. So incoming mail server will be mail.the website. And then the username is always going to be the full email address. This is very, very important. If your username if I just put info in there, it would not work. The mail servers have to have the full email address if it's a shared web hosting company that you go through. And if you don't know, just put the full email address. 99.9% of the time you need that full email address. You put the password in there, and so we've got the name, the email address. It's going to be a POP3 99% of the time. Even if you're setting up Yahoo or Gmail or Hotmail, it's going to be a POP3. And then incoming and outgoing mail servers we put in our email address for the username, the password, and then we're going to click on more settings. We're going to click on Outgoing Server tab. My outgoing server SMTP requires authentication. We want to check that box. We're done in this tab. Now we move over to the very right tab on the Advanced section, and we want to leave a copy of messages on the server. When you leave a copy of the message of the messages on the server, what this is doing is not delete. It's not taking it. So think of a box with 5 tools in it or something, and you take one out of a tool and you leave it there, and you take the box with you to your office and you need that tool. Well, you can't pick out the tool of the box if you didn't leave it in the box to begin with. So when you leave a copy of a message on the server, you're saying, well, I'm going to take that tool, I'm using it here, but I want to be able to use it later, so I'm going to put it back in the box. Any computer that if you leave copies of the messages on the server, all you're doing is making it so you can set up an email account from your office on Outlook and everywhere else and check your email from wherever you are. If you don't leave a copy and you check it from home and you go to your office and set up your account in here and you try to check it, you won't get the same email because it's already on your home computer. But if you leave a copy, it won't take it. It basically moves the email to your home computer if you don't push that button. So for me, I like to leave a copy so I can set up Outlook at work and friend's house, school, wherever I want to check it. Anyways, so again, Advanced tab, I like to click that. You don't have to. It's not mandatory. Outgoing server, you do need to check that box. On my outgoing server requires SMTP requires authenticate. That checkbox is important. Leave all the rest the same. Click OK. We've got everything set up right here correctly. Then I'm going to close it, and all I'm going to do is click on Tools, Send and Receive. I sent myself a message prior to making this tutorial, so if I did it right, a message should pop up, and it did. You see 2 of them there because I was testing it before I started the tutorial to make sure it worked. So you can see that 2 of these went through, and my name is Mike, as you can see. So I sent myself a message, and it's coming, and it sent it to me. So that is the tutorial on how to set up an email using Outlook 2007 and or previous versions. Again, the buttons will not be the same in all the previous versions. This is specifically 2007, but you can do all the same settings for any of the other ones, any of the other versions. Feel free to visit badzoe.com and click on tutorials to view these. They will also be on YouTube, and feel free to send us an email at info@badzoe.com if you have any requests for tutorials on how to do anything, Photoshop, Illustrator, just any request whatsoever. Thank you and have a good day.